There looms a significant question in people's minds after more than a decade since the release of GTA 5, what does Rockstar have in store this time? The bar couldn't possibly be set any higher, thanks to its monumental release and online economy. GTA 5 stands as arguably the highest-grossing piece of media of all time. Just this week, Grand Theft Auto 5 raked in an astonishing $1 billion in sales in 3 days. No movie or music release has ever come close to such a feat. However, with a reported development budget ranging between $1 and $2 billion for GTA 6 alone, people will be expressing the world. Above all, individuals will be seeking something that builds on the strengths of GTA 5. The sheer scale of the game left an indelible impression. The world felt alive, and the heist missions were dazzling spectacles acting as mini-finales. The story and characters were remarkably well crafted, albeit a bit scattered. It was evident that each plot point involved a team of at least 50 writers, yet the dialogue remained sharp, and the characters stood out as some of the funniest and most captivating in recent memory. At the end of the day, any game where you can steal a blimp has something special going for it. What solidified the experience, though, were the game mechanics. Driving, flying, combat, it all worked seamlessly, a substantial leap forward from the series' previous entries. If any of these elements had been subpar, it could have ruined the entire game. If driving felt clunky or stiff, the long drives would have turned into a chore rather than a welcome change of pace. Instead, time spent driving seemed to just disappear. This focus on consistently enjoyable core mechanics is what's lacking in many games today, but for GTA, it was the key factor enabling Rockstar to transform it into a massively successful MMO, running for nearly a decade straight. Should Rockstar fail to get these essentials right for GTA 6, it could turn out to be one of the biggest disappointments of all time, but that seems unlikely. So, what do we know about the game so far? Speculation about GTA began, but it wasn't until 2020 that we received concrete information, part of which came from a company leak. Studio insiders mentioned the game was still in the works, confirming Rockstar's infamous culture of crunch and overworking developers, a familiar sentiment to those who played Red Dead Redemption 2. In an attempt to alleviate the burden, company sources mentioned the game's initial scope would be limited but expand over time with added content. Whether this is a guise for Rockstar to repackage paid DLC remains uncertain. Aside from these details, information was scarce. It wasn't until last year that we received more insights. 5 months after Rockstar officially announced the game, Bloomberg released a report detailing some main features. We discovered that the game would kick off in Miami, a detail all but confirmed when development footage leaked. Shortly after, individuals matched buildings seen in the footage to real-life structures in Miami. One notable detail was that, while the map would be smaller than usual, it would feature more indoor locations. Rockstar Games, always focused on immersion in a real-world setting, welcomed this change. Additionally, the game was confirmed to have 2 protagonists, one male and one female. This may be a departure from GTA 5's 3 main characters, but it remains intriguing. Few judge a game based on the number of protagonists, after all. A few months later, a more substantial leak included footage from the unfinished game, raw code, and even voice acting from in-game scenes. Much of it was swiftly scrubbed by Rockstar, yet what was seen confirmed early reports. The leaker turned out to be a 17-year-old from Britain who had hacked into Rockstar using a Fire TV stick in a hotel room connected to his mobile phone. A similar character ending up in the game itself wouldn't be surprising. There will almost certainly be an online component, likely separate from the single-player experience. GTA Online, shark cards, and microtransactions sustained the company for a decade, ensuring a continuous income stream with minimal effort. Their effectiveness likely contributed to the delayed release of GTA 6. Rockstar, once releasing a game annually, shifted gears post-GTA Online. Another expected element is a focus on satire. GTA 5 thrived on it, as did other franchise games. However, satirizing modern life has become more challenging in the past decade. Real-life events have surpassed fiction in absurdity and comicality. What was laughable yesterday is now commonplace. Rockstar faces the task of outdoing current events in their satire, a daunting challenge. Can Life Invader from GTA 5 be renamed something dumber than Meta? Can they concoct something more redundant than X? How can they approach the insanity of modern politics? Satirizing influencers and current trends might be avenues, considering the setting in Miami. Rockstar's ability to cut through the nonsense and go straight for the jugular is what makes GTA's satire stand out. The only question remaining is whether they can maintain the momentum for GTA 6. These massive AAA releases come along once in a while and pose a significant gamble. The more anticipated the game, the higher the risk of a complete flop. Given the decade-long wait and the enormous financial investment, the possibilities are limitless.